This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigval Green here and welcome to another video. Boy, you got an interesting one today. So as you may know, the Dark Knight's Sorroid is finally over, and yesterday we had 6 more pips, with 3 additional pips in the morning with 1 hour to do them that I purposefully stayed up until 5 in the morning for, and it's gonna be an interesting ride, because we got boss Harley alive when this opens up, we got boss Atrocitus alive in those 6 pips, we got boss Bane at full health alive, and we got boss Batman who laughs. And if everything goes as planned, there might be a chance that we might finish Heroic 3 by the end of this video. So definitely do stay tuned for that. We're going to open up with Kilflan, Sakhaman, Raven and Dr. Fate. Raven is going to go with a sort of sin to reduce the defense of Harley because she's fortified. And a lot of times I have forgotten that she's fortified actually, but this is one time that I actually remember that. Kilflan Sakhaman is gonna go with the Dark Metal cards, and Dr. Fate is gonna go, I think, with Hand of Zatanna for some passive stats. But yeah, this needs to be a cleanup. We need to do this in one fight. Every single fight that we do needs to go a certain way for us to have a chance to kill boss Batman who laughs. So first up, this needs to be a kill, and it's gonna be a close one. And I'll do a very big mistake here that I will regret. We'll get into that later. Special tree in there, re-engage the combo. That's a sweet 10 mil on the special tree, so that's a respectable amount of damage. Another special 1 in there, 5 stacks, just refreshing the Raven stacks quite often actually. Yeah, I think this was kind of the mistake. Yeah, I think this was the mistake that I do regret. Using the super move. I mean, super move did not add that much damage to me overall, but dislodged her from the corner, so she was far harder to manage. Because boy, she blocks like crazy! I think in the last 10 seconds, she blocked like 5 of my attempts to start a combo against her, and she's so fast to transition from a jump attack into a block, and this is where we lost a ton of damage, guys. We lost a ton of damage here, and because of that, it's gonna be a close one. Keep in mind, we fail this, no way we kill Batman who laughs. And as you can see, we're using Raven here, so we have to one-shot Batman who laughs, we have to one-shot him without Raven, and that will be kind of tricky, but we'll get into that later. Raven back in there, refreshing darkness. At this point I start to panic. She's got not that much health, but we don't have that much time either. Desperately trying to do my best to hit with Kilflan Sakhaman. Raven back in there, more like to generate some power than to refresh darkness, more like to refresh the burning effects. In there, special tree, 3 seconds left, and there we go, basic attack hits, and she is down. We were very, very close to not manage to get through that one, but we thankfully managed. Okay, so Atrocitus, I have 2 attempts here. I can spare 2 pips against this dude, and we're going to open up with the League of Anarchy team. And that's pretty much gonna be Justice Flash, Poison Ivy, and Harley. We're going to have level 4 Dark Metal cards on Ivy, and I think, we'll see when she gets tagged in, I think we have the level 3 Hand of Zatanna on Harley, and we got Dark Metal cards on EPA. Yes, we have the level 3 Hand of Zatanna on Harley, and we'll have the level 4 Dark Metal cards on Harley, and Flash I think has the other level 1 Dark Metal cards just for the passive stats as far as I remember. And I'm just waiting for this Flash to die. He's got gears off, but we got a ton of health at this point from the artifact, so that's understandable. Special 2 in there. Re-engage the combo. Again, we're not going to be able to kill this dude in one fight, and I'm fully aware of that. I did plan ahead for that. So what we actually need to do is to damage him enough to the point where the Batman Ninja team can afterwards finish the job here. But we need to do our best to do as much damage. Dark Metal cards applying the area that gives us guaranteed crits. Harley using a special 2, we need to be very careful here, because if he does super move on Harley, she will die. And we do not want that. If Harley dies, it's over. It's over, we're not even getting to fight Batman who laughs at this point. Trust is used super move, we're fine, EPA is able to tank that. There was a special tree over there in anticipation for Harley getting tagged in, but that was kind of early. Harley in there with a special 2. Doing some basic attack hits. And we're gonna be kind of out of power here, so we can't follow with another special 2. EPI combo interrupting, keeping him in the corner. Ideally, we want to keep him in the corner because that's where the guaranteed crits area will sit, and that's where we want to be. Harley getting tagged in. Sadly, he's no longer in the corner, but he'll get pushed back in there. Hit special 2. Re-engage the combo into our special 2. Into our combo. If we do it perfectly, we have enough time for 2 special 2 combos before EPI gets forcefully tagged in. Some of you might be like, why don't you kill EPI as well and leave Harley alone? She loses dot damage, by the way, if anybody was wondering about that. Harley in there, special 2. I didn't do super move either. I mean, she's 7 stars, so super move would definitely be worth normal in terms of damage, but at the same time, we kind of need the energy. Throughout this whole fight, we really need the energy for other things, so we couldn't afford doing super move. Maybe I should have, I don't know. EPI in there doing some basic attack hits, and at this point I'm just tag Harley already. The fight is almost over. We got just a few seconds left at this point, my dudes. Okay, so Harley getting tagged in. Doing some basic attack hits, no time for a stun, so I did not even attempt it. Should have done a special 3, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be 290 mil to be done with Batman Ninja Team. We're going to use Beta Club, and you might be like, this is gonna be easy with the Beta Club. Not really, because we're only gonna have level 4 Dark Metal cards on Robin for the passive stats, and we're not gonna have a Grodd in there. We can't afford to have a Grodd because then they would take too much time to die. We need only Catwoman alive, because the passive from Robin will remain even if he dies. And if we get him killed, then Catwoman will be able to just sit in there with absolutely no problems for the entirety of the fight, and that will be heavily optimal. So we need Robin to die. So we're going to only have passive stats from level 4 Dark Metal cards and a Beta Club. So we need some very good gameplay and good luck to be able to pull this off. And this was a little bit of a mistake. I shouldn't have blocked that special 1 because that triggers a free special 3, which I don't need. It's unoptimal in terms of gameplay at this point. And you can usually engage a combo right after his special 1 because the animation actually staggers him more than it staggers you. Come on, interrupting again. Jump attack there, trying to get a good dot value, and we did get a good dot value. That was the 5 mil. We're gonna stick with that, but sadly afterwards I failed to combo interrupt after jump attack, so that led to some unoptimal gameplay, so a little bit of a mistake there. Special 2 in there to refresh the constant dot damage that also refreshes our lethal. Jump attack, that was not a good jump attack, I can tell that much. That's a shit dot value. And we have oh, and we missed out on a 9 mil one. We had a 9 mil dot value, but I resetted it like an idiot. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if we'll see that again, but I should have kept that. That was a huge mistake that might eventually lead to our downfall and eventual fail to cure here. Come on, interrupting again. Come on, interrupting again. Special 3 in there. And I mean, he's taking damage. He's definitely taking damage, but the clock is ticking, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said, we failed this. It's done. It's all for nothing. And at this point, I don't think I was even aware that we are going to have 3 additional pips for 1 hour before this soul rate officially ends. I was not even aware of that, so I was just struggling to kill boss Atrocitus because I didn't want him to be alive when the soul rate came back. Because he's just a struggle to deal with unless you drop a Raven in there. I just didn't want to deal with that, so I was like, let's kill this dude. So far the stakes were not that high in my mind, but I was still doing my best. Jump attack, come on, give me a good dot value. We're running on 2 mils. It's really stretching it at the end of the fight. It's really stretching it, really making it tense for me. The game wants me to get that adrenaline boost. Come on, interrupting again. 18 seconds left. He's got to the point where we actually don't see his health deplete, but there's still some health in there. Come on, my dude, die! Boy, this is gonna be such a close one. Special 3 in there, please. Please, there we go. Also 3 seconds left. Another very clutch fight. Now, this is when I realize. So, we got 3 more pips. At this point, I had the following things available. I mean, I had the Sort of Banshee team and the Multiverse team available, but those were not gonna do that much anyway, so we're not even gonna count them as real teams in this scenario specifically. I was like, I have Deathstroke, I have Manta, and I have Batman Who Laughs, and I have Brainiac still. So, I had a few options. First, I thought, let's try to kill Boss Bane without Manta, and then we might try to use Brainiac plus Manta against Batman Who Laughs, but then I was like, nah, bro, that's gonna be pointless. That's gonna be pointless. Let's use Deathstroke first up with the Silver Banshee team to soften up Bane. Then we're going to use Manta without Brainiac, which will be a little bit of a struggle, to clean up Bane. And if he dies, then we're going to have Brainiac, Power Girl, Batman Who Laughs available against the boss Batman Who Laughs, and we'll see how that goes at that point. If we're not gonna kill him, at least we might get some interesting outcome. And I really did not think I stood any chance to kill him with that team, but just keep watching, guys. Just keep watching. Trust me, this video gets far more interesting than you think. So. Deathstroke is kind of done with his special twos, and I mean the rest of this fight will be kind of the weakest point of this video, because the problem is Reverse Flash got heavily damaged, and Silver Banshee also gets hit here. I guess she's got a weird tag-in from Deathstroke, but yeah, Reverse Flash got really damaged because this dude's got that passive that Boss Black Adam has that makes him deal more damage the more energy he has, and he was full energy when doing that super Reverse Flash. Boy, actually such a champ for managing to stay alive. Though I should have left Deathstroke tank that, because we're done with the special 2% damage, so at this point I'm just trying to kind of build combo with Deathstroke and damage with Silver Banshee. For the most part, because Deathstroke can heal himself, and Reverse Flash is not healthy boy at this point. And it's gonna be very clunky, but we have to go through this, and we have to do our absolute best. Because Black Manta, who's gonna come afterwards, counts on this team. We already did the bulk of our damage. Deathstroke already did his magic, did the percentage damage. But every single thing counts from this point, and that special tree was not intended, by the way. I wanted to tag Silver Banshee into a special tree, but the game did not register the tagging command, but registered the special tree command, so I guess we threw a Deathstroke special tree in there just for the memes. Reverse Slash in there, and he backs up from the combo interruption. Boy, this is really not lucky. This is not going well. I think this fight was the thing that mostly crushed my spirits, and I didn't think at this point I had any chance to go through with this and be able to do this. Special tree in there. Gonna back off a bit. And yeah, that's the end of this fight. So this is the amount we're left to do with Manta. Beta Club on Manta will not do shit without Brainiac. So we're not gonna do that. We're going to have the level 4 bat rank. We're gonna have a level 4 bat rank on Manta. We're gonna have the level 3 Hand of Zatanna on Wonder Woman. And we're going to have the level 4 Dark Metal cards on Red Hood for the passive stats, and sometimes to put that on the ground. So yeah, we're currently having 4 fast attack hits on Manta, and also that poison effect that we're going to be able to apply with basic attack hits, and whenever that's active, we're going to deal additional instances of damage with the bat rank. It's gonna pretty much add damage to our basic attack hits, but as a different instance of damage. In that regard, and that's fine, that's a good thing. Manta can definitely take use of that. Wonder Woman was in there for the crit damage passive, and we had their tank super move. You might be wondering, and yeah, Red Hood for the time extension eventually, but you might be wondering, so does classic Wonder Woman passive with the crit damage that she provides work even if she is dead? Well, I have no idea, actually. I really have no idea. We just hope it does, okay? We just hope it does at that point. This will yet again be a very close one. Special tree in there, re-engage the combo. Again, we need to use specials because that's what applies the Venom from the Jokerized bat rank. That's what provides us with that additional damage on basic attack hits. And really need that at this point. His health is going down, but I'm not too helpful still at this point. I'm not too hopeful that we'll be able to manage to pull through. Though we got 2 minutes. I mean, normally with other teams, and boy, I'm so glad we didn't lose the stacks on Manta. Like, he's 5 stars. If he was 4 stars, stack lost there. If he was 3 stars, passive stacks lost there. But 5 stars made us not lose the stacks, and I'm so happy. So yeah, as I was saying, Manta is one of the characters that takes full advantage of the Red Hood time extension, because for other characters it's gonna be good. But it's not gonna be the best thing in the world because you have lower power generation in that last minute. But he doesn't really care because he's gonna mainly do basic attack hits. And yeah, this is when we really start to get some damage in there. I mean, we did previously. I think I'm just being more optimistic because I see his health creeping closer and closer to the end, but it's still gonna be a decently close one, actually. Come on, Shopton again. Going for a special tree here, yet again. Could have gone at some point for a super move, but again, sometimes it's not worth to go for a super move because you'd rather not give away your position in the corner. Because this is where we want him, this is where we deal our most optimal amount of damage because we're able to constantly combo interrupt him. And at this point, it's pretty safe to assume that we're going to be able to pull through with this. And the moment of truth is coming, guys. The moment of truth. We have Batman Who Laughs available. We have Brainiac available, and we have Power Girl available. We do have a Beta Club, we do have Dark Metal cards, and we have a Sword of Sin. And that is all we got against Boss Batman Who Laughs, so let's see how that goes. So my logic with this team was, rather than put Hand of Zatanna or something on Brainiac or Dark Metal cards, I would rather have the Sword of Sin. Because you can chain the special one into a basic attack hit combo, and that's a very optimal way to play this dude. But the problem is, it has a chance to taunt enemy abilities. And that's the dumbest thing about Batman Who Laughs, having a taunt on that special one, I hate it. But the way to circumvent this, we can't taunt enemy abilities if they have no power. Yeah, there we go. Went into the Darkest Night form, 3 hits, removed all my fast attack chest from him, by the way, that's what you should do if you're running Beta Club. 3 hits, and the 4th is a swipe, and at the same time it triggers the percentage health damage, and it triggers the Beta Club dot damage, so that's how you should do it. If you have Beta Club, remove the fast attack chance, or you can not remove it and like try a few jumps until you trigger the dot, but I personally prefer this one. He blocked there, but that's fine. Our special one. Re-engage the combo. Brainiac back in there to use again a special one. Keep in mind all the lethal attack damage stacks from Brainiac also increase our damage. With Batman Who Laughs and our Beta Club dot damage. Re-engage the combo on our special one. And I'm gonna block here. 1, 2, 3, 4. On a swipe, that's a dot. That's a huge dot. That's a thick dot. That's a 47 mil dots. So that's definitely gonna sit there. Brainiac back in there, doing 2 stacks, waiting for the dot damage to expire, because there's no point in triggering another one until this one expires, because we can only trigger that many dot values with our percentage health damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 on a swipe, that's another 47 mil. That's another 47 mil, even though he was very close to having no health. We could take a percentage out of. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have successfully one-shot the Batman Who Laughs with Batman Who Laughs. It has been such a journey, and oh boy. After all this, guys, after all those fights, after all those struggles, after 6 fights in which one single mistake would have meant that I would fail to do this. Despite the circumstances, despite me messing up something every single time, I played all of it, not perfectly, but as good as I had to. I did all of this. And I one-shot this dude, something that I was not even thinking I'll get anywhere close to. All that for nothing, because of fucking unusual gameplay. Oh boy. I'm done, guys. This is my last Injustice 2 mobile video. I officially quit after this encounter. I'm just kidding, it's just a fucking mobile game. I'll see you all in the next one. But this is very, very frustrating. But yeah, goodbye.
This is the future.